Hey everyone, what is up? It is Jen here, and I know that I missed Friday night, so I'm going to redeem myself. We had some well issues, and I didn't have water, and you need water to cook this meal. I also didn't have bottles of water, but who does that? Well, I do, because we got a new Brita filter, and I was like, well, I'll be good. I have water now, just saying. So, today, I'm making a hot roast beef sandwich with french fries, brown gravy, and it's a really, really easy thing to do. If you want to know how to make a hot roast beef sandwich, then keep on watching. Okay, so what you're going to need to make hot roast beef sandwiches is this. First, I just get some of the great value seasoned french fries. They remind me of the Arby's curly fries, the flavor on them. And then I just put a little bit of Greek seasoning on the french fries. Obviously, you preheat the oven, and when it's ready, you're going to pop those inside. Set your timer for 20-25 minutes. And you should be good to go. I am not going to fight this fucking camera to stay focused the whole time. That is so annoying. Okay, set timer. Now I'm going to put these up. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Then you can go to the deli. I just got the roast beef. I get it sliced at a 1, so pretty thin. And get down, Apollo. And I just got about 1/4 pound per person is what you want to do. Then you can either make your brown gravy with some of the beef base and roux and milk, and you can do it that way, or you can just do it the simple way and buy the package. So this makes about a cup of gravy, and you're just going to mix 1 cup of cold water, put it together, put it in the pan, and let it warm on like medium. And then you're going to take your beef base. So you're going to need beef base. You can get the cubes. You can get whatever you want to use. And then you're going to need the bread of your choice. I'm just using Nature's Own butter bread. And then you're going to butter each side of it. And you're going to have a pan for that. So you have a pan to toast your bread. French fries in the oven already. We're going to do our gravy in a small pan. And we're going to do our au jus in here. And what you're going to do with the au jus that you're making, which is just basically beef base and water, okay? You're going to let it boil, and then you're going to put your meat in it, okay? So, let's get started. First, you're going to take 1 cup of cold water. And you're going to put it in your small pan. You're going to open up your brown gravy, and you're going to dump it in. So just like this. Okay? I'll try to show you as I go, but like I don't have a super great setup, and I record on my phone. You're welcome. Okay? And you're going to take a whisk or a fork or a spoon or however you want to do it, whatever you have, and you're just going to stir that package together. Yum! Now, you could get au jus if you just wanted to buy the pack of au jus. I don't mind, but I have beef base, and that's easiest for me, so I didn't have to buy anything extra. And we're just going to set that down. So we're going to turn that gravy on to about just under medium, so like a medium-low. And then we're going to take our beef base, and on the top it tells you how much you need. So you're going to use 2 teaspoons. This was my grandmother's, and I was lucky enough to get it. I don't have very many things of her, and I only have 1 picture of her, but her measuring spoons, I have. All right. So I'm just going to do about a cup because I'm only making enough for me. Again, you're going to get another cup of cold water. Just 1. Out of the faucet, or you can use a bottle of water, whatever you prefer. And you can just take those same tongs, and you're just going to break up those cubes of beef base. And then you're going to turn the beef base on to medium. I would put it on medium. Maybe a little bit over, depending on how long it takes to warm up, because you want it to be done by the time your French fries are done. All right. So I'm just gonna stand here, and while these are heating up, I'm gonna go back and forth between stirring them. And once they get warmed up and I can show you how to put the beef in and when to start your toast, I'll be right back. Alrighty then, so it's been a little while, things are cooking, and I just want to come back in and do my seasoning now. So it's starting to warm up, and I'm going to put salt in both, in my gravy and into my au jus here. So both of these I want to put salt into. Then I want to grab pepper, and we're going to salt the gravy and the juice. Okay? And the last seasoning that I want to add is going to be garlic salt. So we're going to add some of that to the gravy, and then a pretty hefty amount to the au jus, because that's what's going to make it good. And the gravy I'm going to turn down to low because it's starting to get a little bit thicker. And I'll just show you. You don't want it to be super thick, like this is about done. And the best way for me to say how to do this, oh my God. Shit that really happens. I'm not deleting the bloopers, I don't care. Alright. Clean your shit up, Chef. Didn't get any on my shirt though, boo. Okay, the best way for me to show you how the gravy should be is to get a spoon. Oh my fucking God. I am about to lose my shit. Really? Like, I'm trying to do a cooking show. Help me out. Okay, so I'm changed and I put on an apron like a smart person, and I'm just standing here over my au jus. It's starting to boil, and sorry for all the cussy McCusting, but I was very frustrated. It's like I've never cooked before. Hang on. The sun is killing me. It's bright out there. Okay. So how you'll know your gravy is thick enough is if it coats the back of the spoon and just, it doesn't like run off, it drips off, if that makes sense. Of course you want to taste everything before you eat it, because you don't want to eat anything that's nasty and you want to be able to season it properly. But now I'm going to take my buttered bread, I'm going to put it face down in the pan, okay? And I'm going to turn this on about a little bit under medium, because you're going to cook it roundabout like you would a grilled cheese. So say on like a 4 or something like that. Then you're going to take your 1/4 pound per person, or however much you want. If you want more than that, you can have more than that. But this is about, it's about 3-4 slices. And I'm going to, because I don't like mine big and chunky, I'm going to get a knife. And my favorite cutting board is a paper plate. So I'm going to take a paper plate. Focus, focus, focus. Alright, we're going to take the paper plate. And I'm going to slice it, but not in my hand though. So I sliced it into more thin pieces, and then it's also going to be more manageable when it's in the juice. So my juice, I'll show you, is boiling, okay? Bubbles in the juice, and you're going to take the pieces and you're going to put them down in the juice. Alright? Take some more, and you may have to tear at them to get them to come out, okay? We're just going to keep dropping those in. A little bit thick. There we go. And I'm going to move that over. Now I want to point down so that you can see what I'm doing. Alright. Now the juice is in here and the beef is really heating up. And I'm going to turn that up about medium high, and I'm just going to let that keep cooking, okay? So we've got our gravy done, we've got the juice, and I'm gonna let this simmer down until there's no more juice, basically. This is gonna be a personal preference, so if you wanna have juice, then you can leave some juice. If you don't, then just keep letting it boil down. I've got about 6 minutes left on my fries now. My gravy's done, it's sitting on low to keep warm, that way it's not going to continue thickening. And then I'm just gonna keep cooking my beef down in here in the juice, and we're just gonna let it keep going down. And the dog is trying to bite an apron. I can't do anything. A puppy is like a fucking toddler. Let me tell you. Okay, so our bread is gonna start toasting, and then we're gonna flip it over so some of that butter can get on the other side. You don't have to toast your bread for a hot roast beef sandwich, but I really like mine like that. I think it gives it an extra something that it wouldn't have without it. So we'll keep going here with the beef. And your roast beef is gonna shrink down. You could do this a little more thick if you like it thick. I don't. I like mine really thin. I don't like chunky stuff. I'm a real texture person, so that would bother me. All right, then I just want to leave this side of the bread toasted like this, and I'm going to pop it back down. I'm going to let the other side finish cooking, and I've got about 5 more minutes on my french fries now. So I'm going to let all this magic happen, and I'll be back to show you the finished product. All right, I'm going to move this over so you guys can see my face without a bunch of, what do they call it, steam coming up. I'm just going to keep steaming the roast beef over here, and this is about what I like my toast to look like. Much darker, and it's going to taste a little burnt. So we are going to grab another favorite cutting board, and I'm just going to cut this bread at a diagonal. So I'm going to cut it and show you what I mean here. So I'm going to stack it, and then I'm going to cut it like this. So that would be on the diagonal. Now then, I'm going to arrange it on the plate like so, because in a minute when my beef is done, I'm going to stack my beef on top, and then I'm going to smother that shit in gravy. I'm going to take the rest of my gravy, and I would say this. Probably 1 package of gravy is enough for 1 person. So if you have 2 or 3 or 4, I would grab that many packages of gravy. I would do that many cups of au jus, and I would do 1/4 pound of meat per person, if that helps you. So my french fries are about 3 minutes from being done, and I'm going to take the rest of that gravy and I'm going to dip into mayonnaise and into brown gravy to eat my meal. So I'm going to come back again, and I'm going to show you what the plated rendition of this would look like. Okay, you guys, so I've got my toast. My french fries are nice. They're super perfect. That never happens. So I'm going to take my meat out of my jus, and I'm just going to let it strain for a minute. I'm going to pop that on top of that bread. I'm going to go back and get the rest of it. And you can kind of see what's in there. I did have to add some more seasoning because I like a little more garlic salt and things like that. And then we're going to take our brown gravy and we're going to dump it all over. Alright. Obviously, this is going to be a to-taste type of thing. If you don't like a lot of gravy, you don't got to put a lot of gravy. I like a lot of gravy. Then I'm just going to take another plate. I'm going to put my french fries on it, and I'm going to go and grub. So this is the finished product of a hot roast beef sandwich, and these french fries, they're good. They're real good. And that's how you make a hot roast beef. I'll see you guys next week on Cooking with Chef Jenn. It will be on Friday this time. So let me know if you have any requests of things that you'd like to know how to cook, and I'll try to get it done for you. Do me a favor, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. If you're not new here, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you so much. Do good, be good, you are good, and remember when cooking, always wash your hands. Bye-bye.